So next we have breaking the grips. So Coach Matt is trying to grab a hold of my wrist, and we could be grappling, or maybe he has a van full of puppies and he's trying to drag me into the van, right? So I need to get rid of his grip here. So if he has my wrist, what I'm going to do is, if I can put one of my hands on his shoulder, kind of base myself so he's not pulling me around really hard. Next, I'm going to take my fist, my hand, I'm going to make a fist. I got to try to elbow the back of his hand, and I got to rip it away and try to punch myself in the chest. So it looks like this. So we have my wrist, I've been punching myself in the chest, and I'm going to make my elbow hit the back of his hand. Because that way it's going towards where he's holding the grip where it's weaker, and it's easier to break. And the next one we're going to do, he has my sleeve, and now we can do the same thing sometimes, but it might be harder. So he has a tighter grip, he has my sweatshirt or my sleeve. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a nice base, put my hand on his shoulder, get as low as I can, and I'm going to slide my knee over top, or my shin over top of his wrist. I'm going to yank and pull away, so it breaks the grip. And then last one, if Coach Matt has both of his hands on my wrist, or just even one, and he's super strong, I got to make a fist, and we're going to do a crowbar. So I'm going to grab my own hand, and I'm going to do the same motion where I'm going to try to punch my chest and elbow the back of his hands, but now I'm going to use my other hand as a crowbar and rip it away to get him to let go. So next we got to break the grip on my collar, or my lapel. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to make two fists. I'm going to roll up his gi sleeve, and I'm going to punch my fist together like this to try to smash his wrist. Okay, so I'm here, and as I do this, next, I'm going to take kind of a step backwards, then I'm going to do a ripping and popping motion as hard as I can to get him to let go of my lapel. Now this might take 2 or 3 times. If he has a super strong grip, I might hit here, and then go to the third time, and then loosen it up to get him to let go. And we can also do this one, if he doesn't have a gi sleeve on, I can grab hand over hand on his wrist and squeeze and do the same thing as well. Now, if Coach Matt has a grip nice and high, right, it can be kind of hard just to rip it off here. What I can do is, I'm going to do climbing the rope. Okay, so I'm going to kind of pull my gi lapel down. I'm going to get above his hand, and I'm going to slowly pull it like I'm climbing a hand over hand a rope to get it down nice and low. And the last one we're going to show as well, once I get it down to here, maybe a little bit higher, one more we can do is, I'm going to grab a hold of Coach's gi sleeve underneath his wrist, and I'm going to take my other hand, I'm going to smack and pull down as hard as I can here to get him to let go.